There we go. Hello again, everybody. I'm back again with another interview and another new face. We've just seen his lovely wife, Amy, and now we're going to speak to Daniel McConnell. Welcome, Daniel.
Hi there. You good?
Right, Daniel, like his wife, will be standing for Bridgend Town Council in the Morfa ward. So we've got Kramer versus Kramer situation here, which would be novel. So, Daniel, what is your background, work life and family
Well,
life? And
well, I'm originally from Cardiff. I've lived in Ealing, Cardiff for most of my life. Then met Amy, had my beautiful children. Then we moved up here to be close to Amy's side of the family. I work in a big retailer, which is in Bridgend, so I can transfer that. And that's why I'm here.
okay, you're breaking up slightly. I know if my father was still alive and lived in Wild Mill, you'd have his vote straight away. Being an Ely boy, that's where he was from. And anytime Jason Mohammed or anybody like that comes on, he's from Ely, you know. My dad was very proud of Ely in Cardiff, where he grew up. So
Yeah,
was it
it's
your
the same vibe with Wild Mill.
yeah? So was
I
it
get the same vibe and
yeah? Was it your idea to stand, or was it your wife badgering you into it?
Well, it's a bit of my idea is Amy going, oh, why don't you do it? You'd be great at it. And I thought about it and went, I'll give it a shot. What's the way this is going to happen? So everyone says no.
I'm not sure. You keep breaking up. I'm not sure if you're still there. Oh, there you are. You're back again.
They just crashed out then.
Did it? I didn't quite hear your answer about was it you or was Amy pushing you to stand? So if you could repeat that answer, can you hear me? Hello, Daniel. Can you still hear me?
Barely hear you. Very,
Yeah,
very, it's like in chunks more than anything.
yeah. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, folks. We're just having a bit of technical difficulties at the moment. Hello, sorry for the little break there. We had internet problems. Hopefully, we're stable now. So we'll go back to the last question because we didn't properly hear it. The question was: has Dan done this on his own volition, or has Amy talked him into it? Is probably the polite way of saying this.
Well, it was a bit of me going, oh, I could do it. I thought of it a couple of days, and then he said, oh, you'd be good, and like, oh, I don't know. Then I went, started, what's the worst that's going to happen? No one votes for me, so I might as well give it a shot.
Yeah. So, I believe you have not fundamental. You have different views on what you're standing on. You and Amy, and we've heard Amy sing. So, what are your priorities? Would be as a town and community councillor.
For me, it would be for the Wild Mill bit, get some shelters for the bins and make that help them feel like, you know, it's a lot better for them and it doesn't look like it's a landfill. Get
Yeah,
that bit sorted. But then I want to like try and focus on the other bits of the ward. So in the town centre itself, I mean, they're going to do a farmers market, but maybe expand on it and draw more people in and Corella Roads, what their problems are, try and fix their problems and just try and do bits and pieces all over, not
yeah,
over focus on Wild Mill. It seems like everyone else in the ward gets forgotten and you just focus on one bit. So just trying to get around, find out what the needs are, see if I can fix them. If I can't, then I can try and send it off to someone who can. That's what I'm really looking for, is more of a broader approach rather than focus on bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, I understand that entirely because yes, you're looking after your ward of Morfa and things like that, but you do have a responsibility to other wards like Oldcastle and Newcastle or whatever are part of the Bridgend Town Council. So you've got to think immediately outside your front door, but then you've got to think beyond that as well and try and balance it all. I have what I was going to say and then I forgot completely. Hang on. Oh, it's my mind today, I tell you. Yeah, so as I said earlier to Amy, there's normally this one eureka moment for candidates to say, right, this is wrong. I'm going to see if I think I can do better, and I know I'm going to do better. Did you have one of those moments that sort of like made up your mind and said, yeah, I'm going to do this because of A, B, or C?
Well, as well, told people in Wild Mill when I was walking around there, and it's like, remember back to living in Ely and feeling that like thing of, if I had a little bit of power, I could do something to help. It felt a bit more, I had the responsibility even before, just talking
Yeah,
around, I was like, oh, I wish I can do that. And I should, be able to try and get something done. It was more the way my mind went when I was talking, and they were like, moaning about this, that, whatever. It's like, all I want to do is fix it, because at the moment you're living in a bin, it needs to be better. So I think that was the moment, just talk with the residents in Mill more than anything.
yeah. I've seen Amy's very visible on social media. I haven't seen anything from you. Have you got your social media page on
I've
Facebook?
got I've got a page on Facebook, but with me being dyslexic, it's very, very difficult for me. So I've left it in the capable hands of my rival, who's my wife. And with everything's gone on, it's in a work in progress. Let's put it that way.
That's fine. I'm dyslexic myself, as you probably see. Sometimes I miss words, I misspell things, and if you see any of my social media, if when you get everything set up and sorted, post it on the OWL page, promote yourself. I'll help promote you and do what I can to help you, like I will with anybody else. If you want help with delivering leaflets, I'll come out and do that. If you want to post your leaflet on the page, post it on the page so you get that. I don't know how many people will view it that is not a councillor or not bang into politics, but from there we'll put it on the hubs and everywhere else. So we'll promote you, will help. I'll help anybody, party or independent, if they need it.
Okay.
So I'm guessing with the dyslexia, it makes things sometimes harder for you to take in stuff that you're reading,
Yeah.
things like that. Is that then good that you've got a wife who doesn't stop talking and talking about everything, that you take it in from what she's read, she does all the hard work and you just listen?
Yeah, if I win, I'll just take the credit as well.
Yeah, that's completely understandable. So I spoke to Amy. I asked her what does she think Bridgend Town and Town Council are doing well. So in your eyes, what are they doing very well at the moment?
I think at the moment is trying to get some events in the town centre. They do a good
Yeah,
job on that. Having the nice flowers is nice, and but it seems like it's all located in the centre.
yeah,
Feels like it's too much. They're doing a good job there. I wish they could do it everywhere.
yeah. Yeah, I know that, but I do know from a town community council perspective, you try and do one area, then next year you do the other area, and that because it's a big expense all in one go.
Yeah.
Whereas
Oh, definitely.
because you've got to buy the flower planters and they're not exactly cheap, you've
No.
got to buy the flowers, so they set the budgets. It's like same with Christmas lights as well. It's what we do in Coity. We do it on a rotating basis. We upgrade some in one place and the next year in another place and add more
And
going round. So maybe that's something you could push for more of a ward. And Wild Mill is, I know people think, oh, it's a waste of money and things like that, but it makes the place more welcoming. It makes a nicer place to live.
I mean, you walk around on a nice summer's morning and see those flowers opening up.
Yeah.
You feel a little bit happier, and you just walk into the shops or walk into work.
Yeah.
You would just have a bit of a nicer feeling, and it'd be a bit of a nicer day. And there's little things.
The little things, yes, that sometimes get over. The little things actually can make the biggest difference sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's very nice. So I'm guessing that is probably where you talked about the flowers are nice and doing things, but it seems to be centered one place. That seems to be. Would that be your biggest problem, that it's centered one place and not getting around everywhere else?
Yeah, I would rather it's like going into Wild Mill where the shops are, maybe having, because it doesn't look nice back there, but having, some plants out there,
Yeah.
freshen it up and trying to make everything, even though people don't think it's waste of money, but just freshen it up a bit. And to be honest, getting all the parks sorted.
Yeah, it's a big undertaking, and I will say that community councils and town councils do get things done a lot quicker, and quite honestly a lot cheaper than what the county does.
Yeah.
Does it for. An example would be up in Coity. We wanted to do the park in Heelmeyer, and we'd set our budget. We got funding. We got match funding from the council to do it, and then the council came back to us and said, "Oh, sorry, this is something we can't do through your council. It has to be done from us." And the price went up, and we said, "Well, no, because we wanted to do an asset transfer to us, and that's why we got money put aside for the asset transfer to refurbish the park, all new equipment." And the council said they couldn't transfer it. Everything had to go through them, and the price went up. And we thought, well, no. Why is the price gone up?
Yeah.
You're obviously a family man, and I talked about Amy's live video the other night. Did you know she was going out to do that live video?
Yep, I did.
Did you have any problems with her going out to do that on her own?
No, she's walked through worse areas than Wild Mill. I can tell you that one.
Yeah.
No concern at all.
There we go. So I suppose Ely's got its reputation in Cardiff, and Wild Mill's got its reputation here in Bridgend, and that is quite often unfair, because I've been around Ely. I went to Cantonian High School for a while as well, and things like that. And I've never felt unsafe when I've been to Ely or to Kyra in Cardiff. And I think sometimes the reputation is unwarranted. Things happened years ago, and that reputation sticks and sticks and sticks, even though people are changing. As I said to Amy, you get your bad people anywhere, in any area that you live in.
In every area.
I suppose Wild Mill and Kyra and Ely suffer the same reputation. But did you feel any less safer coming from Ely and Kyra to Wild Mill? Because you've only been there since 2018, so coming on 4 years now, I guess.
Yeah.
And growing up in Ely, did you feel any less safer in Wild Mill?
No.
No. So
it's the streets are the same. There's people out there. I don't feel walking through Ely I'm going to get stabbed in the back. Like the same, I'm not going to walk through Wild Mill get stabbed in the back.
No.
They're fine, normal places to live. It's just the stigma of the name. That's what kills it. You say you're from Ely, oh my God, you have to be doing all that. So you're from Wild Mill. you know, you're probably a crackhead somewhere. You know, it's the stigma of it, and I wish I could take it away. But even 30 odd years after ED riots, people still ask about them, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh, it's one riot.
it's one riot, and I think is it Mayhill in Swansea where they had the riot the other last
Yeah,
year or the year before. That's going to be the stigma that hits there,
yeah,
and it's unfair because it's only a small group of people who do something really stupid, and it affects
attention, and that's
everybody. It's like not many people will probably know Michael Barrett, better known as Shakin' Stevens, was actually grew up in Ely. My
yeah,
aunt went to school with him. My dad knew him, and there are a lot of nice, down to earth people in Wild Mill and in Ely and everywhere else. And do you think um, politicians, not necessarily the higher up, the council in local council, where you're experiencing Ely and now you're experiencing Wild Mill, do you think they do enough to project a positive image of the area you live, or do they do more to keep the stigma that's alive?
I think it's more they just want to push that bit out the way.
Yeah,
Ignore those, they're fine. They're fine over there, and focus on other areas. The last place you're going to go and take to do something, oh, I would be careful of the vans, and maybe nick body down there. And I do think they've got the image that is rough, and they don't want to invest in it because what's the point for them? They're just going to break it anyway. That's their. I think that's the same in idiots. Why should we fix it? Because you're going to break it.
yeah.
And
I,
I mean, just
I,
leave.
I completely understand. And if there's no investment, people see the rot from the outside and
Yeah,
think, well, yeah, we can understand why they're not investing there. But unless you invest in the place, the reputation of the place isn't going to increase either because from the outside it looks rough. And I'm not saying Wild Mill is rough. I've been through Wild Mill. I've known people in Wild Mill, and they're nice people down there and things like that. They're honest, hard-working, grafting people quite often. Um, I just think if the council's not going to bother to invest in the area, and I think the recycling situation hasn't helped at all
no.
because you're
I mean,
overloaded with people dumping rubbish there. If people think of it as a rubbish tip and dump rubbish there,
yeah,
then people from are going to think that, and council should be doing more to improve
yeah.
that image and do better for the residents.
I mean, this bit bins and YML. If you want to put your black bag waste out, it's spray painted on the pavement where you can drop it.
Yeah,
You know, it's not. They've had no thought into that at all. They just went, that'll do because it's that area.
yeah,
If you were trying to do that in any other area of Bridgend, people would be kicking off. Well, no, I want a proper place for my rubbish, please. And they'll get something done. But in my mill, is you get what you're given more than anything else, I think.
yeah.
Um,
I don't know if you saw the live streams with Stephen Bledsoe last year when he was standing for the National Assembly, but Sarah Murphy also got involved in saying what a waste it is, what the problems in Wild Mill and with the waste being just dumped and things like that. From after she got elected, I don't think I've heard anything else about that area from her in regards to that. And at the time, Stuart Baldwin and them were announcing what they were going to do in Wild Mill, and nothing seems to have come. It's been a year late, nearly a year later now, and nothing has, I'm guessing, changed. You're still
no.
getting people from the outside dumping rubbish. The recycling bins aren't the safest when it's dark for people that because they're not well lit.
Well, and they've got no cover as well. So if it's tipping down the rain, what are you going to do? Either leave in the
Yeah,
bag or attempt to go out into the middle of the street and get soaking wet.
yeah,
It's it just all feeds into it. And I think what they probably did was Sarah and I went for, oh, we get a load of votes by promising to do stuff. Got some votes in there. Oh, we can win by that if you did promising a little bit. And as soon as they're in, they just go, nah, I'll focus on something I want to focus on.
yeah. So, as I said, you're standing for community council, town council only. You're not standing for county.
No.
Is that something you would probably think of in the future, or do you think
I
it's
would,
more personal standing for just staying with town and community council because it affects your area more than a county?
I would see how I go if I'm elected, see how I fit into it, if I can make things work, and then look from there. Do I want to go in that direction of going county, or do I want to stay here? Get used to it, get a feel for exactly what I'm doing. But I mean, I look at it. Life is you're going down the road of life. You're going to end up where you are. It all depends on if you like it or not, and you take that direction. And if I do get elected, they'll say how we go.
Well, I wish you the very best of luck, both to you and Amy. Both genuine, honest people, down to earth, normal people, the people that you need to represent your area, not people with ambitions of getting further up the food chain to see what they can get. I'm not saying other people do that, but I'm saying your main focus, both you and Amy, seems to be the area and the people where you live. That is your main focus to make things better for them. And I really, really do wish the best for both of you in this election.
Because I always because at least then you can walk down the street and have a smile on your face, go, oh, I fixed that, or I've done that. And you get bigger and you do other bits, but I would always walk around my area and just go, that's a bit broken, I'll get that fixed. And I have that bit of pride in where I'm living. That's the way I'm looking.
And then the kids going out, my dad did that, my mum did that. Well, have you got one last message to people out there who may see this and are in a position to maybe vote for you?
I would say whoever you vote for, just vote for one. But if you want people that understand and want to try and help, vote for me. That may be Amy or not. I don't know what I feel like on that one. But no, in all seriousness, I'd rather, if you vote for me or Amy or any of the independents, we are truly independent. We do our own thing. And mainly just vote. I'd rather people voting than not voting, because you waste your opportunities then, to be honest. You shouldn't moan about things not being done.
Well, thank you very much, Dan. That was brilliant, and you've come across very well there. And genuinely, I do wish the best for you in this election, and I look forward to seeing you in the chambers of Bridgend Town Council, in their lovely chambers. So,
what the hell am I here for?
Well, I'll say thank you, and thank you for doing this for me and sitting down with me to chat. And I'll say goodbye to you, and I'll say goodbye to you viewers, and thank you for tuning in, and look out for some more interviews coming this way and a live recording on Sunday. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.